it was so psychologically painful for her because she was afraid of the reaction of her society that the Quran says, she said, I wish I were dead and not alive, and no one ever knew me. That's how much anxiety she was experiencing. But then she delivers the baby, and something miraculous happens according to the Quran. I'll read to you the verse of the Quran in Arabic, in that melodious tone, and then I'll tell you what the Quran says. When she delivered the baby, the Quran says, فَنَادَاهَا مِن تَحْتِهَا أَلَّا تَحْزَنِي قَدْ جَعَلَ رَبُّكِ تَحْتَكِ سَرِيًّا. He called on her from below her, Mother, do not be frightened. Do not be saddened. God is taking care of you. God is taking care of us. That changes the heart of Mary. Yes, the Quran says baby Jesus spoke to her. He gave her comfort. Carry me, let's go back to the city, and you'll see the wonders of God. She carries the baby. They go back to the holy city. Just imagine Mary, the chaste, holding a baby in her arms. And some people had seen her leave the city with signs of pregnancy. So there's all this gossip, all this talk. Everyone's waiting for this moment. How is Mary going to come back? How is she going to justify this? Now the Quran says that when she came back to the city, they looked at her, even some of those rabbis. They told her, Mary, what have you done? What is this? What is this corruption? Your father was a righteous man. Your mother was a righteous woman. How could you possibly do this? They attacked her honor. Now, baby Jesus had told her, if anybody talks to you, don't say anything. God will take care of it. So when they leveled those accusations against her, the Quran says she pointed towards the baby. He told her, are you insane? It's just a baby. You want us to talk to a baby? Then the Quran says, when she pointed to the baby spoke, and he said, I am the servant of God. He has chosen me, and he has made me a prophet. And he has made me blessed wherever I go. And he has commanded me to pray, to pay charity. And he has commanded me not to be arrogant, but to be humble. And he has commanded me to be good to my mother. So peace be on me the day I was born, and the day I shall die, and the day God will resurrect me. That's the story of baby Jesus in the Holy Quran. It's a fascinating story. It's an inspiring story. And whenever I look at the story of Mary and Jesus and that special bond that they had, I truly feel that love. And how God sent him to cure our ills with love. Because love has the power to cure, has the power to heal. In Islamic traditions, we have many, many teachings about love. Once, one of the grandsons of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, by the name of Imam al-Sadiq, he was asked by one of his companions, he represented Islam, he was asked by one of his companions, is love part of religion? Because some people have a misconstrued understanding of what it is to be religious. Like, you have to be serious, rigid, right? Some people have that understanding in some parts of the world. So he asked him, is love part of religion? What did he say? He answered him, he told him, isn't religion but Another Islamic tradition states, and 6 months ago, when David gave his talk and he mentioned a verse from the Bible, it reminded me of this Islamic tradition. I think it was from Corinthians you were citing, about how all body parts are part of one body, right? That the ear should not say that I'm not the eye, so I'm not part of the body. You're familiar with it, right? Hopefully. Well, we have a similar Islamic tradition that says believers are like one body. All believers are like one body. Human beings are like one body. When one body part becomes ill, for example, it's infected, there's an infection, how does the entire body respond? The entire body responds through fever, right? It's only your throat that's infected, your ear that's infected, but the entire body responds through fever, through body ache. That's how the believers are. If one of them suffers, the entire body suffers. If one of them is receiving the blessings of God and they're happy, the entire body should feel that happiness. That's love. When we are one family, but to be even more specific, when we are one body. This is a wonderful day in which we have gathered, my dear friends, to celebrate the birth of Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, through love and through compassion. Now, David, may I ask you this time to come up? He asked me to come up 6 months ago. He did that in Michigan as well. Now, I'm going to give you a dose of your own medicine. Come here, David. We've all heard the beautiful phrase, the Spirit in me honors the Spirit in you. Well, David went through some evolution today and he modified that with an Islamic touch, placing the hand on the heart. You reminded me of an Islamic tradition, and I'd like to do that. The Islamic tradition says when you see a fellow believer, a fellow human being, look at them and tell them, I love you for the sake of God. So David, I love you for the sake of God.
And Muhammad, I love you for the sake of God.
My dear friends, let's now look to the person sitting next to us and say the same thing, please. I love you for the sake of God. Actually, let's do it in Arabic. David, by the way, David in Arabic is Dawood. Right? So I'm going to address you with the Arabic name. Dawood, احبك في الله.
Oh. Muhammad, أحبك
في الله.
في الله. أحبك في الله. Now that actually sounds much better than English. أحبك في الله. Yes. Muhammad, bless you. Give a big hand.
One final note, while Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, spoke about love, and that love is the basis of faith,